Good morning, students. Welcome back to social class. I hope you all are safe and fine at home by God's grace. Children, it is time to do revision. From coming Friday, your midterm test is going to begin. Today, in this video, we are going to revise the first lesson in history. What is history? What is history? History is a study of past events in chronological order. The term history has been derived from the Greek word historia, which means learning by inquiry. Children, what is timeline? Time in history is calculated in years using BCE and CE. BCE stands for Before Common Era and CE stands for Common Era. How do we understand the period and lifestyles of people of Old Stone Age? We understand the period and lifestyles of people of Old Stone Age from used stone tools. We came to know their hunting style through their paintings on the rocks and the walls of the caves. In ancient period, the people lived in caves used to draw paintings in rocks called rock painting. They might have wished to record their activities through these paintings. What are the other sources available to know about the prehistoric period? Stone tools, excavated materials, and rock paintings are the major sources of prehistoric period. Children, what is prehistory? The period between the use of first stone tools and the invention of writing system is prehistory. What is protohistory? The period for which records and writing are not available but not yet deciphered is called protohistory. Sources of history. Sources of history is of two types: archaeological sources and literary sources. Archaeological sources is further divided into coins, artifacts, inscriptions, and monuments. Artifacts. Examples of artifacts are potteries, toys, tools, ornaments. Examples of inscriptions are rock edicts, temple wall inscriptions, metal pillar, and copper plates. Monuments. Examples of monuments are places, forts, temples, stupa, and monastery. Literary sources is further divided into secular literature and religious literature. Secular literature. Epics and poems, accounts by foreign travelers, works by Indian author, folk songs and ballads. Religious literature is further divided into epics and devotional literature. Under epics we have Ramayana and Mahabharata. Under devotional literature we have Devaram, Nalayira Divya Prabandham and Thiruvasagam. Next we have learnt about a mighty emperor Ashoka. He was the most famous ruler of ancient India. It was during his period that Buddhism spread to different parts of Asia. He gave up war after seeing many people grieving death after the Kalinga War. He embraced Buddhism and then devoted his life to spread the message of peace and dharma. His service for the cause of public good was exemplary, and he was the first ruler to give up war after victory. He was the first to build hospitals for animals. He was the first to lay roads. Ashoka Chakra with 24 spokes in our national flag was taken from the Sarnath pillar of Ashoka. Even though Emperor Ashoka was great, his greatness had been unknown until 19th century. The material evidence provided by William Jones, James Prinsep and Alexander Cunningham revealed the greatness of Emperor Ashoka. Based on these accounts, Charles Allen wrote a book titled The Search for the India's Lost Emperor, which provided a comprehensive account of Ashoka. Many researchers may thereafter brought Ashoka's glorious to light. These inscriptions were observed on the rocks, Sanchi Stupa and Sarnath Pillar, helped to understand the greatness of Ashoka to the world. Now one can understand the importance of historical research, but for the efforts of scholars, the greatness of Emperor Ashoka would not have come to light. Why did the early man domesticate dogs? Children, today we are leading a safe life with all modern equipments, but our ancestors did not live in such a safe environment. And there might have been chances of wild animals entering their caves, but they realized that dogs could help them to prevent the entry of such dangerous animals by its sniffing skill. Hence, they started domesticating dogs for their protection and hunting activities. So, children, from this we also know how inscriptions, monuments, copper plates, accounts of foreigners or foreign travelers, and folk tales play a vital role in constructing and reconstructing history. Children, now we are going to revise some 1 mark questions, 2 mark questions, and 5 mark questions. Fill in the blanks. See the first question. Paintings were drawn on dash and dash. Second one, dash is the father of history. Third one, the objects used by the early man are preserved in dash. Dash is a person who excelled in history. Fifth one, dash is a period between prehistory and history. Now let us see the answers for the fill in the blanks. Next we are going to see choose the correct answer. First one, copper plates are examples of dash swords. Option A, artifacts. Option B, coins. Option C, inscriptions. Option D, monuments. Come to the second question. The old Stone Age man lived mostly in dash. Option A, mountains. Option B, river plains. Option C, caves. Option D, hills. Third question. Stone tools belonging to old Stone Age have been excavated at dash near Chennai. Option A, Adirambakam. Option B, Keeladi. Option C, Adichanallur. Option D, Payyam-Palli. Fourth question. What was the step taken by the early man to collect his food? Option A, trade. Option B, hunting. Option C, painting. Option D, rearing of animals. Fifth question. What is the study of coins known as? Option A, anthropology. Option B, archaeology. Option C, epigraphy. Option D, numismatics. Now let us see the answers. Short answer, it is a 2 mark question. See the first question. What are the sources available to know about the prehistoric period? Second question. Why were paintings drawn on rocks? See the third one. What is history? Fourth question. Name some tools used by early man to hunt animals. Can you say any 2 advantages of writing diary? Sixth question. Mention the places from where we got prehistoric tools. Seventh question. What is the meaning of the Greek word historia? The last question is name the types of literary sources. See the answer for the first question. Paintings on the rocks and the walls of the caves, stone tools, excavated materials are the sources available to know about the prehistoric period. See the second one. Paintings were drawn by the early man to record their activities through paintings. See the answer for the third question. History is a study of past events in chronological order. Fourth one. Tools and weapons made of stones, bones of animals, and branches of tree. See the answer for the fifth question. Diary writing helps to record the events. It reveals the lifestyle of the people of that period. Come to the sixth question. Adichanallur and Adirambakam are the places from where we got the prehistoric tool. Seventh one. The meaning of the Greek word historia is learning by inquiry. The last one is secular and religious literature are the 2 types of literary sources. See children, this is a HOTS question. It is a 5-mark question. Compare the lifestyle of old Stone Age man with present day lifestyle. Old Stone Age man. He was a nomad. took shelter on branches of trees, mountains, and caves, wore dresses made out of leaves, the skin of animals, and barks of trees, ate vegetables, fruits, and roots which he gathered from forest, not civilized. Present day man, settled in villages and towns, lives in well built houses, wears dresses made out of cotton and other materials, eats all kinds of food grains, well civilized. Children learn all the answers well, prepare well for the exam. All the best. Thank you, children.